Went very well, and it was very. President-elect Trump was very thoughtful on the issue. He asked me to chair a commission on vaccine safety.
Vaccine safety.
Yeah. And scientific integrity.
It's kind of ironic, while you were up there, some executives from BHP, a mining company, were up there. How concerned are you that he will not pursue fossil fuels as he has said he would, and may try to roll back some of Obama's policies on clean energy, which has been something that you've been very interested in?
I was vocal about my support for clean energy, and President Trump told me that he's a very strong supporter of solar energy. I'm going to be focusing on this issue for the White House.
Finally, if I can ask you, how do you think your father, Uncle Teddy, President Kennedy himself would think about what is to be a President Trump? What do you think their thinking would be?
Well, I think that President Trump can be any kind of president that he wants to be. He's probably come into office less encumbered by ideology or by obligations than anybody that has been in political office, who has won the presidency, at least probably since Andrew Jackson. I think we'll see what happens.
Did you request the meeting, or did his team call you?
He called.
And what is it that you're looking for in terms of policy on the vaccines?
To make sure that we have scientific integrity in the vaccine process for efficacy and safety of vaccines. President-elect Trump has some doubts about the current vaccine policies, and he has questions about it. He says his opinion doesn't matter, but the science does matter, and we ought to be reading the science, and we ought to be debating the science, and that everybody ought to be able to be assured that the vaccines that we have, he's very pro-vaccine, as am I, but that they're as safe as they possibly can be.
And you said he's pro-solar energy. He said he supports solar energy.
He told me that he was a big fan of solar energy.
You seem like you don't believe it.
No, I'm very happy to hear it.
Did you guys talk about you taking any type of an official role in the transition or in the administration?
He asked me to chair a commission on vaccine safety and scientific integrity.
And what did you say?
I said I would.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
There have been numerous studies, and they have not demonstrated that there's any correlation between vaccinations and autism. Vaccines are very important, certain ones, the ones that would prevent death or crippling. There are others, or a multitude of vaccines, which probably don't fit in that category, and there should be some discretion.
There's people that work for me just the other day. 2 years old, 2.5 years old, a beautiful child, went to have the vaccine and came back, and a week later got a tremendous fever, got very, very sick, now is autistic. I only say I'm in favor of vaccines. Do them over a longer period of time, same amount.
Thank you.
Just in little sections.
Dr. Carson.
And I think you're going to see a big impact on autism.
We have extremely well-documented proof that there's no autism associated with vaccinations.
So I'm all for vaccines, but I'm also for freedom. I'm also a little concerned about how they're bunched up. My kids had all of their vaccines, and even if the science doesn't say bunching them up's a problem, I ought to have the right to spread my vaccines out a little bit at the very least.